Hello everyone, I am back. It has been ages since I have gotten to spend time with my stitchy friends here on Flosstube. My name is Sarah, or Lady Lugana. This is a channel about cross stitch and kind of all of the things that we all love about cross stitch. And it's been a while. So life update. I haven't seen you since I think December, and the reason is because we actually bought the house. So we bought a 1791 home. It used to be a tavern. It is absolutely beautiful. As you can tell, I'm mildly overwhelmed by the whole experience. So we closed on it in January. But there was a part of the house that had been converted into a dental clinic. And so we've literally spent the last month, basically, my husband more than me, tearing out the dental clinic. So right now we're down to the bare walls, the exterior walls. And fun fact, in the 1700s, 1800s, they used pine straw to insulate. And so we're finding all sorts of fun things. We found like 15 layers of wallpaper, and we've been saving little bits of everything as we can to make sure that we have a piece of the history. We have colloquially named that part of the house right now the ugly room, and there was a bathroom that was attached, and it was like divided into 4 different rooms, and now it's all open. As well as the haunted bathroom. And so all of that's being torn out. So a lot of my time has been spent gutting that part of the house. Luckily, the house is quite large, which is nice. My husband and I have been married 7 years almost, and we've lived between 700 and 900 square feet our entire marriage, which there's nothing wrong with that. We've just always dreamed of having a big, beautiful old home, and now we get to. And so the house is quite large, so we can live in the other parts, and then slowly do one room at a time in terms of kind of updates or taking care and restoring it. So the aim is to keep it as original as possible. I'm including the wide floorboards, and as you can see behind me, the chair rail that's hand carved. And so it's been an adventure. But that being said, we didn't actually move into the house until this week. So this past week was all dedicated to moving. And the reason we did that was we were trying to get as much of the old plaster and out before our stuff was in that part of the house so that it didn't get all over our stuff and dusty, because regardless of how well we are able to shut it off or like block it off, there's dust everywhere. But this past week it decided that, I guess New Hampshire decided that winter was going to hit. It's been such a mild winter, and then almost every day this past week we've gotten snow, including on Saturday, which was yesterday, 10 plus inches of snow. So it's been an adventure. I'm very excited. We got our chimney lined, one of the chimneys lined yesterday, so we had a wood burning stove going, and it's fun. But in all of that being said, I've decided to do a WIP parade, because as I was going through, I was like, I've started all sorts of little projects, large projects, I should say. I've barely got little starts on all of them, and I was like, I have so many I didn't actually share, and I think it might be a little bit of a hot mess as we move forward. But I decided, even if it has just a few stitches in it, I need it documented and on display with my Flosstube friends. And so, and with that comes, I have 2 giveaways related to 2. My dogs are jumping and they bounced the table. Related to 2 of the projects that I'm working on. So I guess we'll just dive in, and we'll start with, let's see girls, you can't, they're wrestling, and I'm concerned it's going to make the table tilt. Okay. I'm sorry if you guys are starting to bounce and get seasick. So we'll start with the one that's on my stand right now. This is one of my favorites. It makes me think of spring, but it also makes me think of Valentine's, and the colors are stunning. So this is Ink Circles After the Roses. And I just love this piece. This is the only ink circles that I actually own. But I saw, who was it? I think the first person I saw working on this was Elizabeth from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. But then I saw that Lala D Stitches is also working on it. And I don't have very much going on it yet. Just a very little start. Sorry, I'm like looking all over the place because I'm pretty sure some of my WIPs are actually missing because they're in a box somewhere that hasn't been unpacked yet, but we'll get to that. And so this is where I am. Just an easy start. It is on a 32 count. Let's see if I can. 32, is it focusing? Yeah. 32 count Whisper Lugana. Nope, I'm sorry. Whisper Belfast Linen, which is this kind of silvery gray color that I think is beautiful. I like the cool tone of the fabric in contrast with the warmer tones of the pattern. And then the only thing that I've changed is because I discovered I did not have hickory sticks, which is this color. It's supposed to be this color here. I switched it out for rum raisin with Weeks Dye Works. And that is the stitching. This is a bit of a looser fabric or a wider weave. And so I tend to be a stitcher who doesn't like to have any of the fabric showing through, whether it's light fabric or dark fabric. But this one we're gonna go with. It has a little bit showing through, but we're gonna play. And so that is the ink circles, WIP number 1. And these are in no particular order. They're just, all of them have been started between August of 2021 and December of 2022. I have not started any new projects this year. And the aim is not to start any new projects this year. The aim is to get some of these WIPs done because I was flabbergasted by how many WIPs I have, which are works in progress. If you're new to the Flosstube world, when I started, I didn't know what that meant. So works in progress. Okay, so here is another one. This is my cute little bag. The inside, this is by Lake House Stitches. The inside looks like that. Also very little start, but this is Plum Street Samplers, A Ghoul Tide Welcome, which I think is adorable. And I have decided this is my first project that I actually purchased all the silks for. And it is being stitched on a 36 count, Picture This Plus. It's called Ale. It's going to be big. Look how big this thing is. It's huge. Giant. And I'm doing 36 count 2 strands of the called for MPI silk over 2. And I like the coverage of the 2. But I was trying to go with 1 at first because it's MPI silk and it's not cheap. But we're going with 2. And so that's my wincy bitty start. I think it's beautiful. I think it's going to be amazing when it's all done. This fabric I love for Halloween. It's called Ale. It's not picking up some of the warmth because of the lighting in here. Maybe if I turn it. But there's a warmth to this that I think is lovely for Halloween. It kind of gives that spooky, warm color to it. Now the question is, where do I shove these? Because they're done. Ooh, I'm just gonna throw that over there. So these all vary. There's different, they're small, they're Ada, there's Mirabilias, there's big, there's full coverages. So I'm just kind of, I went through a phase where I just kind of started everything and anything, and I think it was stress stitching. We'll just say it was stress stitching. So this is another one. This is called One Nation Under God, or Liberty. It's by Twin Peak Primitives. And I have to tell you, Twin Peak Primitives is one of my favorite designers. There's stuff that they come out with, even like at Market this year, I'm just like, I want all of it. I have like their Pride and Prejudice ones from, I think, Market last year, and I just love them. I love them. Their Thanksgiving one, that's kind of, it makes me think of as a companion piece almost to this one. And this is where I am. And this is a 32 count vintage country mocha, and I am stitching it 2 over 2 with the called for Weeks Dye Work floss. And I love it. Look at how, it's big. I did not realize how big it was. but it is going to be beautiful. Look at these flowers. Oh my goodness. And that butterfly. I mean, look at this butterfly. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. I wonder if I can make, nope. Let's see if I can make myself bigger so I can see better what I'm doing. Can't tell if that's actually focused. Guys, I'm going to clean off my camera. It's going to go black for just a minute. Don't mind me. Making things complicated. Sorry. I hope that helps. I'm sorry you guys just saw that. But anyway. So this is Liberty, or One Nation Under God by Twin Peaks Primitives. I think this was a June start of this past year. And so we can shove that one down here. Let's see what's next in the pile. So this one I started around Christmas time. I love this bag. It's like perfect for it. How cute and adorable is this? This is a Little Boat 88. I love her bags. I probably own all of her bags. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. And then the inside fabric, I don't know if you can see, it is, excuse me, it's like mid-century. It makes me think of mid-century print, which is perfect for Deck the Halls pattern by Satsuma Street. Literally the bird is like the same as the inside print, and I love this. I saw Lala D Stitches working on this one over at Christmas as well. I love the colors of this. I love kind of it's merry. It's just happy, and that's what I like about it. And I picture some of these cutesier stitches going inside my stitching room, which we now have space for. It needs to be decorated. And I picture some of the more elegant, like fancy ladies, full coverage pieces going inside our bigger entertaining rooms, of which I'm sitting in right now. And this is a natural 32 count, natural linen, opalescent that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. You see, not very much going, just that star. And I can't tell if it's actually showing. There's the star. Not very much. Like I said, I had ADHD stitching this year. That's okay. So that is one of my on-the-goes. I need to pick which ones I want to focus on and aim to finish, though. That's going to be the next kind of weigh in down below if you have any thoughts. I've just tangled my... Well, that's going to be fixed later. Let's throw that down there. Let's see what's next. It's a mystery to me, too. I love this one. I love Teresa Kogut as well. This one is called Let Love Reign, and it's part of her book. This came out last year, I think. Let me see if I can find, without showing the pattern, the actual cover. Here it is. I hear my dogs running around and exploring. They're very excited about having a yard in their own home, and this is what the pattern looks like. I love the colors, the soft blues. So pretty. Ringing the bell to go out because they want to go on a walk. They were just out. And this is So Much to Love. I thought this was perfect for this pattern. I love their bags as well. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Ren by Picture This Plus. And I just got the first top little corner. The colors are going to be beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful. Let's see. It's all DMC, believe it or not. But I think the colors with that pop of pink, in peachy pink inside this, and then the browns and the blues, I think it's going to be great. This is one that I think I want to put on my finish list. Not for this year, but like on my focus. I'm trying to decide which ones to focus on first. I have a couple already that are definitely already in focus, but I'll show you those ones. I'm excited to show you. Let's see if I can get this back in the bag. Sorry for the crinkles. I'm creating a pile down there. It's a very large pile so far. All right, let's see what's in here. Oh, this one's not started. It's a kit. That's going to be my next video. I have also been stress shopping, and so I have so many things kitted now that I thought I would show you what I've kitted and what plans I have in terms of getting things done. Here we go. This is a frosted pumpkin stitchery. Let me see if I can pull it up and show it to you on the tablet, which I have here in my lap. Files. Here we are. It's called the Nutcracker Parade. Isn't that cute? It's washing out a little bit. I don't know if that makes a difference or worse. This new lighting, I've got to find a good spot in this place now with all this new lighting. Oh, that's even worse. There we go. The Nutcracker Parade. I love the mouse. The Mouse King is my absolute favorite. I think he's so stinking adorable. And this is where I am with this one. And this is also a Little Boat 88. It says, tidings of comfort and joy, Merry Christmas. And has gingerbread men on the inside and dog hair all over the outside. And this is where I am. And this is stitched on a 32 count dwarf by Picture This Plus, and it's opalescent. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see. And there have been a couple of changes that I made. It was supposed to be just white, but I used Thread X. I don't know what thread it was, but it's like a cotton candy. I don't know if you can see the variegation between kind of pink and pale blue and white and yellow. Because I originally started this on like a white Aida. Recommend against that because there's too much white. And then the snowflakes I changed to a Picture This Plus, treasure braid, petite treasure braid, and it is PB205, and it's kind of like this pinky purple that I thought was going to show up better on the white Aida. And this is where I am. This one actually got a couple stitches in it for Christmas. I finished up the Mouse King. This is on my I want to get done this year list. He's on my get him done. He's older. He needs to get done. Now let's see. Oh, I'm not supposed to zip. I'm sorry. I got them all unzipped and then I forgot and I started zipping. Okay, so these are two of my Hades. I started even more full coverage. I don't know what I'm thinking. Like I said, stress stitching. It's fine. It's fine. Now that the stress is like slowly coming down, I can make rational decisions on what actually is accomplishable between that and school and 2 jobs. My husband's like, with all the work on the house we're going to be doing, I think your stitchy time is coming to a close. I was like, excuse me? What? No, it's not. Let's see. This is a pathetic start, but I'm going to show you nonetheless because the goal was to show you all the stuff that I have little stitches in, even if it's measly, sad little stitches. So we're doing that. Going with it. Don't judge too harshly, y'all. This is one of my favorite designs. I went through this phase where I was like, I'm just going to start all the Hades I know definitively that I want stitched ever, like fully. They're always beautiful, all the things that I want, but focusing on the ones that I like know definitively I want to stitch. And this one's called Spread Your Wings. The artwork is by Rosa Portela, and it's charted by Michelle Sayed for a Heaven and Earth design. And that is, I don't know, something about the way she's standing there. I think it speaks to me with the butterflies, and she has a freedom, but there's also a sadness because her gown is kind of in disarray, and I don't know. There's something about it I think is absolutely lovely. And so lots of black. I think the first 2 pages are all black color, and that's all I got. Black. That's my tiny little start. Itty bitty. You can see all my needle minders. So many of them. But that is her. And then I also started, this is another one that I had started a long time ago. Never, a long time ago, meaning August 2021 till December 2022. So I guess not that long. But this is a Foxglove Ball. This is one of my favorites. Its artwork is by Amy Stewart, and it was also charted for Heaven and Earth Design. And I love this. I adore this. They're literally having a ball in a tree, and the colors and the light, the way that the artwork reflects the light and the waterfalls and the flowers, and I just love it. I love fairies, and this is, ooh, you don't want to see the pattern. Not that it would make much sense with page 13 out of 89, but I just love it. The reds, oh, so good. So good. And I start top right, and so I'm working in this little itty bitty corner. Top left, that would be left, not right. And so you can see, doesn't look like much, but I've gotten some of the blue leaves coming down. This is about 1,000 stitches actually. Doesn't look like anything, but I do like this one a lot as well. And I've gotten into I'm enjoying color blocking so much lately that I've been choosing like the hate that has only black. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, let me interject with some stitchy kindness. So Miss Patricia Douglas, she is on Instagram. She sent me, I love like 1980s cross stitch magazines. I love them. My husband loves them actually. He's like, you need to start these. I was like, well, maybe I won't start those until I get something done. But she sent me, I'm just going to show because some of them are still in boxes. She sent me a whole stack of these lovely cross-stitch magazines and books. And she even sent me a few of the lavender and lace, and it completed my Angel Seasons collection. And I was so excited and so grateful. And I was like completely taken aback. But I'm excited about this one. This is Cross-Stitch Bunnies because she passed on her work that I'm going to finish. And it is such good work. Look at this adorable, it looks like an 18 count cream Aida. Let me see if I can fold this. I need to get one of those, like a cardboard or a box, or like the Huga Stitcher and Lala Dee Stitches. They're also professional, and I'm like flinging fabric around over here. It's fine. Look how adorable those are. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Could you imagine turning this into like a little pillow? It is so stinking adorable. I like them a lot. Little bunny faces, little flowers. Oh, yep. Could come out during the spring and put them in a spring pillow bowl. And then it's this guy here with a little heart. He has a little heart that goes all the way around. How freaking adorable. I love the fact that the 1980s, they all cross-stitched on these like plain sweatshirts. Like they're the classic sweatshirt that I used to wear as a child, and I just love it. I'm not sure I would ever wear something because I'd be afraid to wear something I spent so much time stitching on, but it cracks me up that they stitch on these sweatshirts or like pockets, or I love it. It's great. Fantastic. So thank you. I am so excited to work on that one. And that's going to be on my get that done this year list as well. So far that's 2. Y'all got to keep me accountable. At least keep me remembering what I actually said. So, all right, let's see what's next. I have piles and piles and piles, you guys. Okay, this one's open. So this is going to be a gift for some friends of mine. And she is from China, so Pretty Little Hong Kong by Satsuma Street. He is from Toronto, so Pretty Little Toronto from Satsuma Street. They're having a baby. I thought the baby was going to be a girl. It is a boy, which is, everybody's having boys, like I said last time. And so I had gotten Pretty Little Babies as well. And I may do some color conversions on this I'm not sure. I feel like castles are gender neutral. It doesn't matter in the end anyway. I think it's super cute. And then like put all three with this in the middle. I think that would be adorable. And so I have a piddling little start on Hong Kong because I got distracted. I'm not even sure which way is up. But this is 18 count Fiddler's Light, Fiddler's Cloth, Fiddler's something. And here's my piddling little start. I really enjoy actually stitching on Ada and going back and forth between the two. So can't really tell what it is, but it's going to be Hong Kong eventually. And then a piddling little start on Baby. But nothing on Toronto yet. I love how I just like stopped. It's one color fill in, and I just decided I wasn't going to fill that in. Who knows? Who knows? I wanted a different color. I got tired of the silver, and I have literally like 5 stitches left. Silly me, silly me. It's okay. So you're seeing all my piddling starts right now. I have some more that are not so puny, but they'll be coming. And this bag is also this is the PT bags. I love this with the colors and spring and talks about faith and amazing grace. And I think this is beautiful. So that's the bag that they live in. I'm also on a spending freeze, you guys, if you can't tell, because I spent way too much this last year on cross stitch. My husband's like, where's all your money? I'm like, it's in bags and cross stitch supplies, and it is what it is. Here's another start. This one has a little bit more on it. Not quite so pathetic. But this is Nora Corbett's iris. And we have irises in our front yard. I think they're purple. And so once the 12 million inches of snow melts and I get to garden, I will learn to garden, and I think the irises go all across the front. So I thought she would be apropos. She's pretty. And I think she was started in December. I love the contrast between the yellow and the purple. That's one of my reasons I love her so much. She's also on a 32 count cream Lugana. And I think these pixies, I have several of them. I would stitch them all on this 32 count cream Lugana, 2/2 with called for colors. But yeah, she's got a little bit more done on her. I can't tell if, is that super blurry to you guys? I can't tell. Ooh. So that is Miss Iris. She is lovely. And she just lives in this bag. I have lots of these extra bags too. Ugh. Let's see, what's next? Some of my stuff is like double bagged or double project. So, this is the Blue Flower Night Walked Down. I think she's beautiful. I love the cat. I love the colors. I'm drawn to things that make me think of the night or twilight, or I don't know why. And she stitched on 36 count. Picture This Plus Bramble. But she is, this is a different kind of bramble than, I don't know, the dye job's a little different. It turned out perfectly, but the bramble that I've gotten subsequently has more brown and green in it, and this one looks more purpley, which is what I was aiming for. And this is where she is. And so, building the moon, and the colors are super beautiful. I love Weeks Dye Works. She is all Weeks Dye Works, I believe. But I also have a Bella Filipina in here, so who's not started. So hard to say what's all in there. Sweet little lady. So she's not on the top priority list So far, okay, so far, guys, what do I have? I have the bunnies, top priority, Nutcracker parade, top priority. Let's see. Oh, random floss flying around. Let's put that away. I'm not sure where that goes. What's next? I have so many. Of course, I got on the bandwagon and subsequently fell off the bandwagon for Autumn Lane Stitchery's Stitch Along. I don't have the most updated picture on my tablet, so this is where I am, still on part 1, but that's a pretty good chunk of part 1 done. I have just a little bit here, and this is actually really fun to stitch on because it's so blocky. I love I think this is going to be lovely. I like her from what I can see of her from what's come out. I think they're on part 7. A lot. The matching needle minder, Dark Queen of the Forest or something like that. She's beautiful. I like her. I want to get back to her eventually. She lives in an Alice in Wonderland bag. Because I don't actually have any Alice in Wonderland cross stitches started. I have some kitted. Little Boat 88 as well. Which brings me to, I like to read Alice in Wonderland in February as well. I've heard that that's a common. I wasn't sure that that was a common thing, but apparently it is. And I like Heartless. Everybody's reading Heartless. That's a good, by Stephanie Myers. Marissa Myers. I don't remember. But Heartless is a good retelling of Alice in Wonderland. But I'm reading something called Splintered, which is a trilogy. There's 3 books in the series. It's interesting and good, but it's a lot darker than I thought it would be. And I'm kind of like, I want to finish this, but I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. So if you're looking for a relatively darker Alice in Wonderland retelling, Splintered is a good go-to. Next is this one is in timeout. I'm sad. Christmas Advent. Let me see if I can find it. Well, sorry guys, I'm taking forever doing this. I don't know why it's not coming up. It's in here. Oh, no. Not sure why it's not coming up, but it's a Christmas Advent. I've shown it to you last time. Let me see, one last place before I waste all y'all's time. Nope. Okay. I will have to find it. But it's in timeout. I think it's adorable, and I wanted to get all of Santa done in December. I think he is adorable, but Santa Moon is started 3 stitches too low, and so his curly Q beard goes down below this line, so it is in timeout because I have to basically take out all of Santa, and I don't have the motivation to do that right now. Nor did I have the motivation over Christmas to do that. In fact, I was just annoyed enough to put it away. And so this is beautiful though. I love this piece. Not on my top priority to get done. Well, maybe. We're going to put this in the maybe pile as wanting to get done sooner rather than later. Ooh, this is I want to get done pattern. It is Teresa Winsler's 12 Days of Christmas. And I started the Partridge in the Pear Tree. These are adorable. They're very intricate and super adorable. And I want to do one a year. Like start one around Christmas time and finish it for the next year. And look how stinking adorable it is. Look at that little partridge. There are probably 52 colors in this thing. Luckily, no blended. But this is a cream 28 count Lugana. And the reason it's 28 count, why did I do 28 count? I don't remember why I did 28 count. I think it's called for. Maybe that's why. And I wasn't sure like what kind of additional stuff was going to be involved because it's Teresa Winsler. But look at how cute that partridge is. A little nose. Ooh. I love it. Look at how, I don't know if you can see how many colors are in the top of this partridge. There's like 10 colors all blended through there. And they're tiny. It's going to be great. Little ornaments. One a year. So this is on my definite. So far, Nutcracker Parade, Teresa Winsler, and the bunnies. And it's in a Shiba Designs. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. I keep bumping the table. I am so sorry. This is a focus piece for me. Oh, I don't know where the book is. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. We're just gonna... Joan Elliott, Oriental Lady of Wisdom. It's going to be all shiny because it's on my phone, but this is her. Oh, it is shiny. Can you see her? The book is in a box somewhere. My working copy is just the pattern, but this is what she looks like. And I'm not skilled enough to actually put pattern pictures in yet. Soon, maybe. And this is a 32 count mystery linen that my friend and I are stitching this together. She is one of the nephrologists here locally. And she's much farther than I am, but she gave me this linen, and so our patterns are going to match in terms of like the linen. But this is my start on her and coming down and doing her eye. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is going to be like absolutely amazing. This is one of my focus pieces. I want to get a lot done on her this year. Look at those flowers and those colors, and it's just going to be so pretty. Oh yeah. So that is Joan Elliott's Oriental Lady of Wisdom. And I have an extra book. If anybody, I'll have to bring it out next time and show you guys. If anybody is interested, let me know. I have 2 of them. One of them was a gift. And then the other one, I have a spare. So if anybody wants it, we can share it and I can send it. Let's see. Let me put her over here because that's the pile of... Oh, this is also... Okay, this is another focus piece. My husband picked this one out to represent our new home. And it is Pandemic Sampler. And the Hugo Stitcher is also stitching it. He actually saw her copy of it and was like, I want that. That's going to be primitive and lovely. And that's what he wants to focus on. Make sure I can cover the pattern. And this is Pandemic Sampler. And it is by Sarcy Girl. Christy Stevenson, aka Sarcy Girl. Look how lovely that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love all the little motifs. I love the bee scab. I love the 2 houses. My house looks like the one on, I guess it's the left, the white one. It's going to be great. I think the colors are beautiful. It's going to be lovely. And I have Mrs. Sada's silk. She does a conversion that you can buy off of Etsy. They are beautiful. I love this. Look how vivid that is. And the blues. Oh my goodness. And then there's a few more here. Look at this blue. Ha ha ha. It's so yummy and lovely. And this one I didn't even notice has some variegated greens in it. Oh, so good. So good. Look at that. So pretty. And I am stitching this on a 40 count 1/1 doubloon by Picture This Plus. And I just have the little beginning of the little middle flower started. I have learned that I cannot see 40 count. Like, I need magnifiers, I need daylight, I need all sorts of things. I don't know, I get a headache sometimes. I don't know why, because I mean, it's not that much smaller than like 36 count, but it's something, I'm telling you. And so there's my baby start. I was a little concerned that you can't see these little flowers as much but I think it's going to be okay because all of the other colors I think will show up well. But tell me what you guys think, whether or not this is going to be a problem. You can kind of see them, but they are kind of blendy. So that is the focus piece. So far 5 focus pieces. Whew. Told you, I have all sorts of WIPs I didn't even know I had. I kind of knew I had them, but I didn't really pay much attention to the fact that I had them. Oh, I like this one. This will not be a focus piece, but I think it's beautiful. And it's another Joan Elliott. It's called Christmas in Blue, and I apologize for the crinkles. If I can find the first page. Maybe. As you can see, I'm super well organized today. I'm like completely rocking this in terms of organization. It's kind of all over the place, but that's okay because that's kind of how the house is right now. It's all over the place. Here it is. Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott. I love this. It's just so pretty. It's like 3 shades of blue and gold Kreinik, and I like that a lot. Little nativity scene, the gazebo, churches, and the Christmas tree with the angel. And it says, Silent Night, Holy Night. And the bottom, all is calm, all is bright. It's stunning. And like I said, piddly little starts this year for some of these. But this is 32. I got hooked onto 32 count cream Lugana too. I'm like, I want it for everything. But look how pretty that is. Look how amazing that's going to be. I have to like look under because I think it's pretty enough that I have to stare at it too. There's a lot of little color changes in those little vines though, let me tell you. So good. So pretty. I love Lugana because it makes the X's perfect. And I have maybe a little bit of OCD about that. So much so that I use a laying tool. Someone actually asked me once, how are your stitches so perfect? And I keep bumping the table, I'm sorry. And I was like, I cheat. I use a laying tool every time I stitch. Although I want to learn how to stitch in hand. And so that might change a little bit. I'm curious. But this is the bag it's in. How adorable is that? And this is a Sherry So Sweet with the inside. Oh, and it's got little bell pull. So good. This is why we buy so much cross stitch stuff and it steals all our money. But I've done so good. I have purchased 0 cross stitch stuff this year. Believe it or not, none. I did make the exception that I will buy cross stitch stuff if I run out of something for a project I'm already working on. So let's see what's in here. Oh, this comes to one of my giveaways. So this is Christmas Garden. This is my husband wants this done for the house this Christmas. I laugh at him, but I would like to get it done. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't it have like 1791 Victorian vintage? Oh, yeah. I love it. I can hear my dogs roaming. I hope they're not roaming in places they shouldn't be. So good. This is on a 40 count cream linen. Told you I got hooked on the cream. And I'm using the Victoria Clayton silk conversion. And I love the muted look. I was going to change out this color because I thought it was maybe too close to this gold kind of silver variegated one. But my husband's like, no, he likes that. And so we're keeping it. And look how beautiful this is. Look, it's going to be stunning. And you can see my green sticker through. Sometimes I leave it on because I don't remember the fabric. And I'm like, I don't know. It's now a mystery fabric. But it's not really a mystery fabric because I knew what it was once. Isn't that so pretty? That's going to be pretty. So that's going to have to be a focus, although I'm going to not lie, I'm a little less than like motivated because it's not Christmas anymore. But, which brings me to my first giveaway. And the first giveaway, I have an extra set of Victoria Clayton's silks for the Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. It's the full set. I believe it's designed for 40 count. So I would hate to give this away and someone stitch like on a 14 count and run out. So I think it's either 36 count or 40 count. But it's beautiful. It's lovely to work with. The muted colors kind of give it an even more vintage quality that I think is stunning. So if you would like, I know, late in the season, or I guess it would be really early in the season, but maybe to get it done in time for next Christmas. If you would like a set to work on Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden, then you must be 18 or older, and because I'm going to be asking for your personal information, primarily your address, so I can mail them. And in the comment section, use the word garden, and I will do a random draw, random comment picker, with the word garden in it. And I will send these to you so that we can stitch together. Fun, right? Everybody needs more stitchy buddies. Okay, apologize. I'm going to be reaching because, like I said, I'm ridiculous and they're way over here. What's this? This is another Haid. This is the Dress of Daydreams that I showed you, I believe, last time. I love this. I want to work on this all the time, but I have another Haid that I'm focusing on, which makes me sad. Look at this. She is amazing. I love her. Like, I just love her. She's got swans. She's got literal magical scenes coming out of her dress because it's a dress of daydreams and I just can't see it. There you go. Now you can see it. And I love her red hair and I love her cream dress and I love the blue mottled loveliness at the top. And I have not very much done. Consistent, right? Kind of piddle and start. But she will be, I don't know if she's going to be, or the Foxglove Ball is going to be the next Haid that I focus on. And there's one that's actually missing. I showed you the Santa one. I don't know where it is. That one might be. But, which brings me to point of interest that maybe will serve someone well because, so I use Pattern Keeper for my full coverage designs. And Pattern Keeper is designed for Android. Where's your sister? Pattern Keeper is designed for Android. And you have to back up your progress in order to save it. Like you have to back it up onto a device. You have to like actually export it. It doesn't automatically save in the app. And I learned this because my Kindle pooped out, completely crapped out. Like it just stopped working for no reason. And I lost progress on all of my Haids, including the Santa one, which I have so many ninja stitches scattered all throughout that it makes me cry deep down inside, the idea of having to like go back and like mark everything. So I have since changed the program that I'm using. It's compatible with iPads or Mac or Apple or whatever. And it is called RX Markup. And I really love RX Markup. It's essentially equivalent, in my opinion, to Pattern Keeper. And it makes it easy for me to back up because I have Macs. And I feel like they're probably higher quality than Kindles. I haven't gone through to find, I don't know where that one is. It's probably in the, I have 2 missing WIPs. One is called Garden of the Night Garden or something like that. And then that one. And yeah, so back up your progress. Lesson learned. Because it took me like 3 days just to do marking up for my Eugenie, which I'll show you. Oh, this one is called Autumn Quakers. So I'm trying to be more disciplined and less out of control and impulsive. And so I want to do Spring Quaker and I want to do the Summer Quaker by Lila Studio, but I've promised myself I'm not going to start more this year, period. But then in the end, I'm also not going to like duplicate. So I have one Quaker going until it's done. Then I'll do another one because I'm trying to be a better person in my, not that there's anything wrong with all these starts, but for me personally, it's a little overwhelming. But Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. So pretty. So good. Stitching it on the called for 28 count doubloon with the Valdani floss. So good. And they use 3 strands in this for coverage. My sister is doing it 2 over 2. I'm doing it 3 over 2 on 28 count, and she's like 2 over 2 on 28 count. And it is so pretty. Look at the variegation in that. Oh, I love variegated floss. I like subtle and I like intense variegation. Just depends on my mood. So good. So that's Rosewood Manor. This is going to be a long video, guys. I don't think I've ever made a video this long. Where's your sister? Do I need to get up and check? So that is that one. I think we're about halfway done. Oh. And of course, you can't do any Halloween projects without doing Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, which I also want to do all the Hawk Run Hollows, but have one at a time. This is on 40 count doubloon as well. So that's Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. The Huga Stitcher is making really good progress on this. Every time she does it, I'm like, you're so good. And I'm so impressed. And all I have is a square. Look at that square. It's all wrinkly too. But let me tell you, this square is 94 stitches by 94 stitches. So that's a lot of stitches. So a little sad, a little pathetic, but I don't think this is going to be, I just lost a needle somewhere. A beading needle. I do 40 count beading needles. Oh, there's your sister. Are you? Oh, Primrose, the little one, is literally stalking coconut right now. The big one. So that is my piddlin' little start on that, which took ages. Let me tell you, ages. So I am trying to decide whether this is going to be my focus Halloween and like want to get this done kind of thing. Yeah, I did lose a needle. Or if I want the other beautiful, what is it called? Plum Street Sampler one to be the Halloween focus. Not sure. Okay. Let's see what's in here. I'm getting close, guys. Kind of. Over halfway, I think. This is another Teresa Kogut. This is called Land That I Love. I love these Teresa Kogut. Yeah, it's just what it is. This is on Moon Glow. It's a kind of a yellowy, but I like it. 32 count Moon Glow by Picture This Plus. I think it brings warmth to these colors, and I really actually quite like it. As you can see, I have just a little start in all of the left corners. Kind of sad. Need to pick some of these to focus on. So that is Teresa Kogut's Moon Glow. Not Moon Glow. Land That I Love. Don't mind me. Just making stuff up. It's all good. It's going to be fun organizing these when I'm done. I want to get this working on this one too, but okay. guys have to pick some for me and tell me which ones you think would be the best to get done first. Gold Collections, Winter Impressions, Dimension. Haven't worked on it since I showed it to you last, but I think it's pretty. It's on 18 count blue, like a winter blue. What's this called? Ada. I like this one a lot. I love the colors of the carriage with the blue shading and it's just so good. The horses haunt there. It's just all good, all beautiful. I want to do them all. Oh, so let's see. Some of these I'm tempted not to even show you because, like I said, they are like piddling little starts. This one was inspired by the Huga Stitcher because of her beautiful Bliss Fairy Petal Fairy combination, which I can't seem to. And so this is Bliss Fairy by Mirabilia. So good. And it is in a really cool fairy bag. Look at that. Little Boat 88. She's Canadian. She's a Canadian shop. And I got her arm. That's her arm. That's going to all be beads and kind of, actually, I don't really know what's going on here. Let's look. Yeah, her arm. And then this is her outfit coming down here, which is more greens. It looks more yellows in here, but it's actually greens. And the beginning kind of part of her skirt. And this is on the 32 count natural linen. So, which I like. And then the inside of the bag is this like pretty little gingham. It's good. So that's Mirabilia. So I have a Mirabilia Focus. I just need to choose what the next one will be. So you guys will have to help me with that. And whether or not I want to choose one that I have started. Well, yes, I'll have to choose one that I have started. This is going to be, this is a double, a gift for a friend. At some point, she knows it's going to be forever and away. It's called, it's Keslin's Lifetime Twilight. And she's getting married. And so it's going to be a wedding sampler. And it uses Twilight Dinky Dye. And so it's a lot lighter than in the picture. And actually the picture itself is not the same as the pattern. The pattern is different. So some of these curly cues are dense and filled in, and my husband decided he liked the dense and filled in version better, so that's what I ended up doing. But it's on 30 or 40 count ancient by Picture This Plus. And I don't know the direction it goes, but it's going to be a heart, and it's a piddling little start. This actually, like I said, 40 count is hard on my eyes, so I need to pull this one back out and work on it, but I tend to be lazy with my 40 count ones. This is my oldest WIP ever, and it was when I first started getting cross stitch. If you saw my very first video, my aunt taught me how to cross stitch. My mom got me some cross stitch stuff for my birthday, and then I started my master's and basically didn't cross stitch until last year. No, 2020, which is not 21, 2021. So took a break, but this one is from 2017 and it is Design Works Bouquet of Symphony Bouquet or Bouquet of Symphony, or what's it called? Symphony Bouquet. I think it's beautiful. I want to finish it. It's absolutely lovely. But like I said, I may have mentioned this before. I started as a center start and as a brand new baby stitcher. And all of this is confetti. And I was like, what have I done? What is this? And I get like 2 stitches in, and that was before I would carry thread at all. So I'm like starting and stopping and starting and stopping because I was afraid it was going to show through. Since have learned a little bit more. I think it goes like this. Yeah, it goes like that. It's just backwards to me in this screen. And it's on the floss kit fabric, 14 count. It looks like a fiddler's, but it's really soft and beautiful. And I hand serged it with the basket weave. like that, because I don't have a sewing machine. I don't know how to serge things. It's on the to buy list because I got to make my pillow bowl, remember? So that is, I'm tempted to do Oldest WIP Wednesday for this one. And it's also in a beautiful Little Boat 88 bag. I like this one a lot. So pretty. Let's see. What's next? This one I'm tempted not to show you because it's so sad. But it's technically got some stitches in it. But it's sad. It's piddling. Let's see. This is Sweet as Pie by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which I think is adorable. Also for a friend for her kitchen. Eventually. Like they have no, like when they ask me to stitch anything, or if they ask me to stitch anything, they have complete understanding that it's going to be years. And it's stitched on a 32 count Picture This Plus doubloon opalescent linen. And all I did was get the bow started at the very top. But doesn't this look like pie crust to you? It makes me think about pie. Oh, you can see there's the the opalescence. Makes me think about pie crust. It makes me want to eat pie. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. Once I get the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Nutcracker done, I think this will be my next focus, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Oh, beautiful Madonna. This probably should be my second focus piece for Mirabilia. My dogs want to go out. They're just gonna have to wait a few minutes because they were out less than an hour, or about an hour ago now. So this is Madonna, Mirabilia. This is out of print, but you can get her, she pops up occasionally on eBay, and she's actually not like crazy priced. I'm stitching her, I believe, on the called for fabric. I could be totally making that up. I think she's on the call for fabric, or something that I marked as being as close as I could get to the called for fabric. And this is her. Oh, she's got a little bit more. And this is baby Jesus coming up in here. And I got the Kreinik in. And this is the very first piece I stitched on linen. And I started this in September of 2021. Yeah. And I was still new at stitching, or unpracticed at stitching, I should say. First time on linen, and I didn't read that you should only use one strand of Kreinik. And I'm like shoving 2 strands of Kreinik through this, and I figured it out a little bit later, but I didn't want to take the Kreinik out because I was afraid it was going to damage. So it might be a little bulky through here, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And I had considered starting her over, believe it or not, because you can't see it, but I can see. You can see a little bit of the fabric through this dark blue, and it was driving me crazy that I could see it. But you can't see it in the camera. And I'm sure you're not going to notice it at all when it's stitched up and in a frame, but I didn't like it. And so she went into timeout and didn't come back out she didn't come back out. So I will not start her again. I have since made that decision. When I told my husband about that, he looked at me like I had grown 3 extra heads. And I was like, what? I don't like it. And he's like, get over it. Okay. Piddlin', these are pathetic starts. These are more pathetic starts. This is Autumn Queen by Mirabilia. When I say pathetic starts, don't laugh at me, guys. But I told you I was going to show you everything I started. This is 32 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. And I got her hair started right at the very top. Just that little bit. But she's in a pretty little bag called So Much to Love. Isn't that pretty? So, yeah. I went start crazy and got super distracted super easily. So, like I said, this year is going to be more about focusing on pieces that I want to get finished with certain pieces in mind. Like I don't want 52 Mirabilias going. I want to get one done, have maybe at most two going that I'm working on consistently. So, oh, another pathetic little start. I like this one though. This is Santa, Mirabilia Santa. He's beautiful. I don't actually know if that's what it's called. That's what I call it. Winter White Santa is what it's called. He's beautiful. And I'm doing him on a 32 count Dove, Lugana. Like I said, piddling little start. Don't judge too harshly. See, that's it. Not really impressive. But, so what do you guys think my next Mirabilia should be? I am getting ready to show you, I'm showing it to you last because it's the most magnificent. But I just lost my train of thought. After I get my big Mirabilia piece done that I'm going to show you, what should be my next focus for Mirabilia? Because, I mean, I even have a piddling start on this beauty, which I love this one. This is Christmas in London. She is amazing. And she's on Whisper, 32 count Whisper as well. I like it. It's so silvery. But look, you can't even, I'm not even opening it up. Look at that. That's sad. That's pathetic. It's going to be pretty, but it's got like 15 stitches in it. So I was going to do this one for the retreat, and then I backed off and chose another one, and then chose another one after that. And so tell me which one below in the comments you think I need to do. This one's going to be a restart. I showed you sweet Cass Lindy from Instagram. She sent me the bead pack, and I want to do, this is going to be, once I get the, what's her called? Iris done, I'm restarting this one. And I don't count it as a new start because it's a restart because my dog chewed up my fabric. And I also did not like the coverage with DMC, so I'm going to try covering the black with anchor, yeah. But, so she's going to be done by Halloween. I want one done by Halloween every year. Oh, so many aspirations. So little time. In fact, I have just agreed to present at a conference coming up for American Society of Nephrologists, and I'm like, oh. It's going to be great. I'm excited about it. It's going to be fantastic, but I'm a little nervous because my husband thinks I'm a construction guru, and I'm not. So I shouldn't complain. My life is great. I'm not complaining. Okay, so this might be my next focus piece. Thoughts. Cottage Garden Fairy by Mirabilia. I think she's beautiful. I have lots of fairies. I have the other, I feel like she does designs and there's almost like companion pieces to them, like Bliss Fairy and Petal Fairy, Cottage Garden Fairy, and Woodland Fairy, I think kind of go together. There's two more, like Lily of the Woods and, oh, not Tatiana, but Night Fairy. I think those almost look like companion pieces, but this is what I have. This is on 32 count cream Lugana. All the white you can see. She's going to be stunning. I love these colors. It's going to be great. So I don't know if I should do her next or not. Second to last, guys. Second to last. Let me double. Oh, no. I lied. Like 3 more. 4 more. Just kidding. This is also a restart. I was so bummed about this one. I had put so much effort into it, and I stitched it on the wrong side of the fabric. It was a printed Ada, and I stitched on the wrong side. It's the cross stitch Country Crafts Noah's Ark one right there on the cover. It's adorable. I love it. This is my favorite magazine ever. I love it. But look at this. So it's on Vintage Country Mocha Ada, right? That's cut. I even have the right piece of fabric in here? Might have to even buy the new one. But look how much I had done. Look how adorable it is. It's on the wrong side of the fabric. I even had Noah. He's all in there, but I put googly eyes on him. I used too much. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? It's going to be amazing. But it needs to be on the right side of the fabric, not the wrong side. And my husband's like, no, that needs to be fixed. And I was like, but can I just get away with it? And he goes, no, because this is his favorite pattern. And so we start over. And which makes me think I need to buy some more vintage 18 count vintage country mocha Ada, because I don't see it in the bag, but I thought I had bought a new, I don't know, a piece, that's the word, piece of it. Okay, let's see what's in here. Here we go. The third to last, minus the two that I can't seem to find. This is Lavender and Lace Celtic Noel. This is a piece that my aunt stitched. I'm going to see if I can I took pictures. That was like all over the place. I was in North Carolina for a school conference trip. And I took pictures of some of her patterns. I'm going to see if I can put them in the video. But this is one that she stitched. And one of the pieces that made me want to learn how to cross stitch. And it is also on a 32 count cream blue Ghana. Isn't that lovely? That's going to be, this one stitches up really quick. And it's quite beautiful. I really enjoyed working on that this holiday. And I think I'm going to, Christmas garden is what my husband wants done for Christmas, but I really like the idea of having this one done for Christmas, so. Too many aspirations, not enough time. Okay, and finally his piece, like this is his piece de resistance. I want you to do this in my lifetime. And will it ever get done? Yes, it will, but will it be forever? Yes, it will. Empress Eugenie. Artwork originally by Franz Xavier Winterhalter. He did a lot of portraits of Empress Eugenie. And this is a Heaven and Earth design. I work on this. I'm supposed to work on this every other day. I haven't been stitching a lot this past month. I got like 5 stitchy days. I have a book of, what's it called? The needlework book. Book of days. I have one. I will show it to you when I find it. But this is where that is. I got officially 2 pages done. I was coming down, and so this is the 3rd page coming down here, but last time I did not have 2 pages done. I finished the 2 pages that are going across there and started the 3rd. And so it is slowly growing. This is like 17 or 18,000 stitches, and I had to go back through on the program and mark all the stitches that I had done on this, and that took like 3 or 4 days in and of itself. So back up your work on Pattern Keeper or whatever program you're using, because it's a pain in the butt to redo. Okay. And last but not least, my piece that I am focusing on for both the retreat and for this year's Mirabilia, and as part of the final giveaway, is called the Snow Maiden. Lala D Stitches was stitching this as well. She's doing it on a beautiful fabric, like a purpley fabric. I'm doing mine on a 32 count Dove Lugana. And she's so good. Look at her. I can't get her in. There we go. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know if she's like focusing. But I was talking to I'm going to tilt you. The Needleberry Stitcher, because I saw that she beads as she goes, and I was like, how do you do that? Doesn't the Q-snap mess up the beads? And what she does is she uses the smaller clamps or mini clamps up top. These ones are 8-inch for the 8-inch Q-snap, but I have ones for the 6-inch Q-snap, and so she can just go straight down because the width is the width of the pattern, and so she can bead as she goes down, and that's what I am doing. And she is so amazing. So good. So I'm hopeful to get her done, and I started her the last week of December. And I didn't stitch on her basically at all. The last part of January, first part of February, I didn't have much stitching time. And so my hope is to get her done for the retreat this year. And once she is done figuring out what to do for my next Mirabilia. So, and that brings me to the last piece here, which is the giveaway. Oh, let me shove her back in I don't want to get dust on her. Then I have a giant mess to clean up. So, for the giveaway, I have a pattern with the bead pack so that we can stitch together. Whomever desires to start her, I have the embellishments pack and the pattern that I am happy to send out so that you can enjoy her as much as I have enjoyed her. And which I really do. These beads, like this bead right here, oh my gosh, it's so shiny. It's so fun. So if you have a desire to stitch the Snow Maiden, use the word, let's make it easy, snow, in a comment below. The same rules apply. You must be 18 or older. And in the next video, I will do 2 random comment picker thingies and draw for the floss, the silk, and the Snow Maiden. I believe that, one more WIP, guys. This is going to be one that I get done too. Otherwise, after this is all I have. Oh, this has 2 in it. Where? This is a Dimensions Petite Gold. Haha, warm and fuzzy. I want to get this done this year. It's adorable. I love Dimensions. There's so much depth to Dimensions. I don't think they get enough credit as a pre-kitted product. And I think they're lovely. Look how beautiful that is. So much fun. Anyway, last one. Sorry about that. Fun bag. This is from Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach. The Barefoot Needle shop. Barefoot Needle. When I lived in Savannah, I was able to visit. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for joining me for this rather long video. And see all my craziness, all the crazy purchases and the WIPs and the piddling little starts. And next time I am hopeful to show you some progress, but also show you everything that I've subsequently kitted in my craziness this past year. I think you guys will probably be astonished and saddened at my lack of self-control. But until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.